AEW could be headed to Fox on either Tuesday or Thursday night, according to a new report. It is some blockbuster news. We heard about the TV deal with TBS, TNT. We know that. That's old business. But we got a whole new ball game because AEW could end up taking WWE's spot on Fox. Kenny Baum, Dave Meltzer had the report. Swerve Strickland was out here talking that talk. What do you think about the idea that, because we know now it is confirmed they are in negotiations with Fox. It is happening, and Tuesday or Thursday is when they're trying to figure out the days for. If they're able to get an hour or 2 hours live on Fox, they could be cooking, couldn't they?
Couldn't they, Big You know what? Big shouts out to AEW because it turns out the TV deal was bigger than we expected. I think they said it was supposed to be like 150. Turns out it was like 185. So that's a few more million on top of that. That's a few more wrestler contracts they covered. So big shouts out to AEW for securing this deal. Now, of course, content is king. These companies want content. They want content. They want constant content. But it's too much wrestling, Big We got now they did cut Rampage. But now we got Dynamite on Wednesday. We're gonna have Shockwave on Tuesday or Thursday, touching Dynamite, and then we got to come back for a Collision on Saturday. Not to mention 3 hours of SmackDown and a potential 3 hours of Raw. It's too much, bro.
3 hours of SmackDown.
They beating me. At this point, you got to pick a show to watch. You gonna watch WWE or you gonna watch AEW? If you want to be invested, you got to pick a spot and stand on it.
That is true.
I agree.
Ryan, what do you think?
I mean, listen, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fox just looking for some live TV. You know what I'm saying? Do we know, Omer, if this is going to be like a highlights show or this is going to be an actual wrestling show?
So here's the idea is that it would be a wrestling show, that it would be like a show. I think what it is completely dependent on whether or not it ends up on Fox, like the main Fox channel. If it ends up on the main Fox channel, I think AEW should put it right up there, if not more important than Dynamite, because the exposure and the potential audience there is just insane compared to even like TBS.
I mean, bro, so why not cut off Collision then on Saturdays and focus on Shockwave and Dynamite?
Because they're getting money. Because it's a lot of money.
185.
They're paying for it. It's the same reason why Raw is 3 hours and SmackDown's about to be 3 hours. WWE, Triple H said a 2 hour show is way easier and better to book, but they want money. It's as simple as that, bro.
Man, I mean, listen, bro. I don't know if I'd be interested, bro. They really gonna have to interest me because I'm not already interested in Collision. The only thing that finds my interest is Dynamite. So maybe it being throughout the week finds some more success than a Collision. I think Collision is gonna go from being the B to the C show. Especially it being on Fox. I think that is definitely gonna help where they can get maybe even double the ratings that Collision gets, because Collision it doesn't really do too well because it's on Saturdays. So I don't know, man. I am looking forward to seeing what they do over there on Fox. I think that it's a great destination, free, damn near free cable TV. So it don't get no better than that.
I don't know if Collision would be the C show though, because Collision is still recorded live, right?
Wouldn't Shockwave be?
It is recorded live, but I think it would depend. It would depend if Shockwave. If you get like an hour of Shockwave, let's say hypothetically, right? If you get like an hour of Shockwave and it's hypothetically on like the Fox main channel on broadcast, I think you just record Collision like right afterwards. You cut you don't do like another like week or a day of recording. That's just too much investment.
Too much.
But
I can't bring
especially for an hour. It's just an hour.
What I am interested in, and I would be interested in seeing, is like one of the issues with AEW, I think, has been like, they haven't been as popular. Part of that has been like their marketing, which I think they really need to work on. Like, as someone who works in marketing, they really need to work on that. But I think another part of it, and where WWE's has had a leg up because they have all these partners, is WWE is exposed to different and like new audiences like all the time, because they're on USA. They get the NBC push. They're on Fox. They got the Fox push. They got all the cross promotion. Like, you're watching like Sunday or like Sunday Football, America's Game of the Week. You're seeing WWE commercials for watch Friday Night SmackDown. All right, back to the game, third down, right? Like, if they get Shockwave and it's on like the Fox main channel, the initial push would be crazy. You would be hearing like them talking about like AEW during like football games, which are like watched by tens of millions of people. You would be hearing that. There would be a lot more chance for cross promotion. And Fox wants wrestling. They like wrestling. They just were not willing to pay WWE for SmackDown what they were paying, and that's fine. But I think like there could be it could be serious for AEW. Like strictly from like a marketing exposure standpoint, it would be big.
So, but my thing is this, and you know, it's just me, my brain. Y'all don't think Shockwave sounds like a mid show? Like AEW Shockwave. Like it sounds like a C-level throwaway show.
Hey, bro, WWE Raw.
Raw,
Come
come on
bro.
now. Raw is
No,
lit.
it
Raw
is now.
War
Come on,
back
bro.
in the day.
You're telling me you heard 1993? Yeah, it's gonna be Monday Night Raw.
Yes, that's Raw. Like
no,
Raw. Come on,
that's
Raw.
a staple, brother.
Raw
it is
War.
now, but like
back
even like
then it was Raw too. Come on.
No, come on, bro.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I like the Shockwave name though. I think it's pretty cool.
I just think it sounds mid or something.
Kenny, give it like 6 months. Nobody's gonna be talking about like people thought Dynamite was cheesy. People thought Dynamite was like a
Dynamite
cheesy
sounds like sounds like the banger show.
It is now though,
just like WCW Thunder, like that was the mid show. That's kind of what it's reminding me.
It was a mid show though.
It's giving
like,
Thunder.
It was a mid show. It was like their Sunday Night Heat, bro. It wasn't even their.
Yeah, that's what Shockwave feels like to me. I'm thinking it's like Velocity or something like that. So I mean, we'll see the presentation, how everything looks. I mean, if they give us a big elaborate arena with electricity just going all around, I'll be like, okay, you know what? They're cooking with this. But I mean, if it's just a Dynamite arena, then I'm like, okay, it's another one.
Hey man, all I know is Tony, you got the bag. Bring back the pyro, bro. Bring back the pyro.
I hate when they do the fake pyro. You know when they just make the boof sound, but there's no pyro.
Blame WWE for that. That is a Kevin Dunn thing, bro. Kevin Dunn started that thing. The little the sound effect. I hate that thing so much because it makes a little bit of sense when you got pyro, like whatever, that's fine. But bro, when there's no pyro and you just hear like the little flashbang, I'm like,
what was the point? Why
are you doing that in my ears, bro? I didn't need this.
Seth Rollins' entrance be pissing me off when I'm there live and you hear the burn it down, boom in the back, and there's nothing you don't see, bro.
But before we get out of here, fellas, HBO Max.
I love it. You know what I'm saying? But my pay-per-view should have been included in that joint. You know what I'm saying? But I get it.
You know what? We got to take the wins we can get for now. They said this is the first time Fox is jumping into this market. Like, they don't have any live sports or anything live streaming. So I guess maybe, we try, see how Dynamite goes, see how many people tune in for the pay-per-views, and then maybe they pay AEW more. It's like, okay, we want all of that.
I will say, though, from a business standpoint, real quick, I do kind of get the idea of, like, why they didn't go, like, all in on Max. Because, like, number one, I'm sure they did not get like the value that they probably wanted for like everything. But more importantly, like WWE was kind of like forced in a weird way to like offer their stuff like on Peacock for like less, because they could be making, especially with how hot they are now, they could be making a lot more money with pay-per-view sales than they are with this Peacock deal. But when they went to the network and they offered everything for $9.99 a month, they kind of just like cut off like any potential of going back to pay-per-view. Like they can't go back to pay-per-view because it was so cheap every single month, like leading up to that, right? So
the network,
I think what AEW is trying to avoid here is like kind of that effect, because they're like, okay, offer us like kind of like a downside on like part of the pay-per-view you'd be paying for, but let us keep getting that revenue in. So that people are so used to paying for it individually. That's what UFC is doing, and it's a model that's successful for them on ESPN Plus. I think they just don't want to sunset pay-per-view completely, because once you go fully streaming and it's all inclusive, you can't go back.
True.
Agreed.
It's true.
Agreed. Well, let us know down below, ladies and gentlemen, how you guys feel about this. You know what I'm saying? AEW Shockwave. Are you guys going to be watching, or are you guys not? Or you guys just
Are you guys going to be
it?
watching AEW on HBO Max, or will you continue watching on TV or watch wrestling? Let us know in the comments.
Cutting that cord, baby.